Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This morning we're going to talk about the install of my outdoor wood boiler. It's a Heatmaster c150. So I guess the question of the day, will a single loop heat two separate buildings? And that's kind of a loaded question. Depends on your situation. For me, it works just fine. The manufacturer says this stove can heat 3,000 square foot. I'm heating a 1,200 square foot house, 600 square foot garage, so it's 1,800 square foot. So it works just fine. Plus I'm heating my water with it. So the pipe that I use is a Thermopex. It has closed cell insulation, spray foam insulation. Alright, first of all, let's start back here on the back side of the stove. So when I initially bought the stove from the dealer, I told him to go ahead and tee it off so I could add a second pump. So I can have two different pumps for two different lines. Which, once I got here, I got thinking about it and everything about trying just to run a single loop because of the savings that I would save. So this pump's just extra, and I just have this one pump here hooked up, and it goes down into my PEX, or my pipe in the ground there, and it goes out. So it's just an extra backup. I thought, well, I'll just leave it on there. Alright, so this is the back side of the stove with that door closed. So the pipe goes from the back of the stove into the side wall of our basement. That's exactly 71 feet. Let's go inside the basement and I'll show you where it comes in. Alright, so we're inside the basement. This is where it's coming in at inside our basement wall. What we did, we just drilled a hole and put the pipe in, and I'll bring the camera over here and show you a little bit closer. The piping here coming in to the wall, and then we just ran our power line. We got the underground line that you can bury without any kind of conduit, so we just laid it right beside our pipe as we buried it straight to our stove. We thought that would work out pretty simple. So then we put this type of insulation here around all the inside the PEX pipe as it runs down the wall here down to the other side of the house. Alright, so now this is approximately about 50 feet from where we came in at the house on the other side. So it comes down here, and then that's where it's actually going out towards the garage. But it's coming down, and then this line right there comes over, and it makes a single loop. And then these two valves here I put on there just so I could shut the garage off in case I wanted to for some reason. I don't know. I just leave them on anyway. But so, and then we come over here, and then here's my heat exchanger for my hot water. You can see it there. Right there it is. So there's that. And then it just plumbed it in where it loop right back out into the garage. I don't know how a lot of people do this, but I just put a dump valve on fresh water here so I can fill the stove up outside. I just turn the pump off, and then I open this valve, and it'll backfeed the line up with water till the stove up. So, yep, there's my heat exchanger again. And then I got it going out the wall there. I did the same thing. Just drilled into my block wall and ran the pipe in, and I think I ran approximately I think it was 21 feet of pipe to my garage. Alright, so we're upstairs in the house, and here's my furnace. So here's your piping that we had ran in the basement. So it comes up to the heat exchanger. The way ours is designed, we had set it on top so the air is actually pulled through it, then down into the duct work. A lot of people put this below the fan. I had to put it above, just the way everything is designed. But there you go. So that's our heat exchanger. Alright, so let's head to the garage. Alright guys, see this wooden box here? That's where the pipe comes up. I didn't want to drill in the foundation, so I just drilled in the sidewall of the garage. Thought it was a lot easier to do that. But I just put this here because it's got a tee off up top. I built this box and then just spray foamed the inside so the lines would stay warm. Don't mind the mess. This is kind of my catch-all before it goes to the landfill. But anyway, so that's what I did out here. Then I just cut a hole in my sheeting on my garage, and then we went in from there. And so we'll go inside here and take a look at that. Alright, you can see right there where they come inside. I just teed it off, and then also I wrapped them as it goes up to my heat exchanger. And what we have in our garage is just a heat exchanger. You can see the piping going up to it, and what it does, it's basically a radiator. Then it's got a fan on the back side. Alright, so what I have my heat exchanger hooked up to. It's like a little thermostat deal I got off of Amazon. They're hardly nothing on there. I can't remember how much they are. Very little. But it works pretty good, really. It's called a free heat for you. It's a little deal you get here. And what it does is you plug this in your wall, then you plug your heat exchanger fan into it, and then you just set your temperature settings. What it does is just like your thermostat in your house. Once it reaches the temperature setting that you have it set on, it allows your power to come through the box. It opens up where it completes the cycle inside. It actually allows the fan to kick on. So it works pretty simple. It's pretty much a wrap. So basically by running a single loop, which works just fine. My garage, the ceiling's not even insulated. And when it's good and cold out, it can get 70 in here in no time like that. I haven't actually took a heat temp gun and checked the lines to see what the line temperatures are. But I mean, it's plenty of warm. Good hot air coming out here because this is the last place it goes. So even with the house running and everything, it's still warm once it reaches this heat exchanger outside here. But listen guys, if you like it, give us a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.